Hi, I'm Isabel O'Neill, and this week, Chapter 12, we focused on social psychology. And the question that I will be answering is question number 3 about the Stanford prison experiment. So, yes, I have heard about this experiment. I actually watched a movie about it my senior year of high school in my psychology class. And that was the first time I'd heard about it, and after that I was really intrigued by it. I thought it was like the most interesting thing that we learned about in the class. And it always kind of resonated with me how quickly people were able to conform to the roles that they were given. So one insight that I gained from learning about this was it helped me understand about how much your situations and your surrounding can affect your behavior. So when the students that were told to be police officers, they were treated like police officers, so of course they were going to behave like one, and same with the prisoners. They started to act out and do things that prisoners would do. And something good that came from this experience, even though it was, that came from this experiment, even though it was a really terrible experiment, was that it taught us how quickly people can change to fit the roles that society gives them. Like I was saying, just because these 18 random college boys were chosen and half were prisoners and half were officers, they quickly conformed to those roles and started treating each other like others were superior. And something bad, a design flaw or something like that there is in this experiment, was that there was no group control, and that the only independent variable is that there's like the random assignment of prisoner to officer. And another thing, there's lots of things morally bad with this experiment, but something that I would like to talk about that was morally incorrect was that the study has received, or that there was a lack of fully informed consent for the participants, so they didn't necessarily know exactly what was going to be happening to them. Like, for example, they were all like arrested when they were at their own houses, not when they were already at the place where the experiment took place. And a question that I want to ask the group about this is, do you think that if you were a prisoner or an officer, would you conform to the roles? For example, would you act out if you were a prisoner, or if you were an officer, would you treat others with disrespect? And the question that I'll be answering is Emily Weinzapfel's question about if we've ever had a wrong first impression. And yes, I think anyone has had a wrong first impression of anyone, especially being in college, and everyone wants to make a great first impression, and then later on you may realize that they're not as good as a person as you thought they were right when you met them. Thank you.